First Laugh Podcast. We witches now.
Welcome, Street Kings. Here we are in the trenches. And where the fuck are we? Where do you live?
Granite City, Illinois. Do I need to be right up on this thing?
We are in the Doom Dome.
Nah, you're good right there.
Underneath the shelters of humanity. In the basement.
So last time, when we were potting with Mr. Cuvar, Nicolas Cuvar on the podcast, and Monica Hendrix. I'm
Hello.
assuming that's your actual last name because that's what you put on Facebook, but I have no fucking idea.
You're not
All right.
supposed to know. Why the fuck are you asking?
Yeah, bleep that out.
Yeah. It's nobody's business.
I'm in the witness protection.
Okay, that's chill. So the last time we potted with Mr. Cuvy here, we learned about you guys are...
A Sith.
What is the terminology here? Witches? What's the terms? Wicca?
Yeah, Wiccans.
It's awesome.
Witchins?
Does that mean
Witches
that
is-
like electricity comes out of your fingers and shit? Like how does this work?
They have the gift.
All right.
We're basically grown-up Harry Potters. That's pretty much it. I'm a Hufflepuff.
You guys don't seem
I
British.
don't understand these references. I'm too straight for them.
I think Hufflepuff's the gay one. That's all I
is that
remember.
what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, see, there you go.
It-
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Said
Be
the
proud
man
of
in a
yourself.
cape.
they're the foo-foo house.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. It's all of them.
Our animal's a badger, so
So,
pretty tough.
how long have you been talking to the devil?
When did we do it? Do you remember?
It was
You have a virgin night you
January
lost?
1st of 2008.
See, that's what, and again, these two are in a lovely romantic relationship. There's got to be something hot about, like, having a relationship with the devil together. Like, as you looked at her, and you're
Yeah,
like,
that's a good bonding experience.
No, for real, that's like sexy. Like, baby, when did we get into talking to the devil? Like, god damn. Because if you do it by yourself, you're a fucking weirdo. You're like the son of Sam. You're talking to dogs. You're a fucking serial killer. But if you get into it with your woman, you're like, I don't know. It's like there's like, you know, we want to fuck on the cross and shit. Like whatever. Like I don't know. Like it's not my thing, but I don't not get it.
It is having a partner with you really helps ground it. It's like going to the sex shop by yourself is weird and uncomfortable, and then you go with your partner and like, all right.
Oh, and then it's socially wonderful at that point. So January in 2019, I love
28.
You roped him into
2018.
this, right?
Well,
This
but
wasn't
no.
his idea. I
That's
feel.
how we party. That was our New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
like, you think do we want to be Wiccan?
when you slit your wrists together. The fact that you know the date makes me think that it's a big part of your life. Is that true? You're like, oh, January of 2018.
Is this like the day you got your communion?
That's when it all changed for me.
No, we
I
don't
drank
really
the blood of the
do
lamb.
New Year's Eve things, so we were just like, this is lame. Let's just pick
Let's
something. It was
summon
like
a demon.
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m. and we were just like, you want to go Wiccan? And I honestly, I
You
kind of thought
wanna
we
go
were joking,
Wiccan?
but then the next day we weren't joking. And I was like, well, we're in now.
We're in.
We read
what
about
we're
it and we were
doing.
like, hey, this actually seems kind of normal.
Yeah, this is what we've been doing.
Yeah.
So when you say you read about it, what's so normal about it? What is Wiccan to all the people? who
All
don't?
the boring,
all the Josh Freemans of the world.
all the white breads out there.
It's pretty much just like you give a shit about nature. Like that was
Gay.
that was the kicker, because like seriously, like we at the time, like New Year's Eve, the reason we did nothing is because at the time I had a broken back and we spent most of the time just laying around because I was like, ouch, my back.
Yeah.
But then the next day we read about it and it was like, oh, it's same tenets as most things. Give a shit about people. Don't be a dick, bro. But then like be more geared towards nature.
Yeah.
Which is, I like nature.
Yeah,
See, all
nature's
this
pretty
sounds
rad.
super normal and like we all should be into it. So where does the weird demon devil bullshit come in?
Why
Because-
is witchcraft so fucking
Yeah, because
strange?
I feel like this is the first meeting of Scientology where they're like, oh,
Yeah,
you know,
tell us all your secrets.
we're like, but it all like makes sense. And who wouldn't want to improve their life and make more money and be happier? Like, I get this.
yeah,
and
you
then-
haven't dropped the alien shit.
That's
yet.
what I'm saying.
You gotta
And
wait
then by
till
like the third one, we're talking to Xenu or some bullshit. So where does like the quote unquote weird alien demon shit come in? Come on.
Come on.
yeah, when you carve
There-
a pentagram into your hand and
Yeah, I want some. There we go.
rad.
Wait, hold up. You have a pentagram.
It's a pentacle.
It's a pentacle.
A
Just
pen-
lit-
oh, you guys have the same
Yeah,
tattoo?
yeah.
God,
Literally-
that's so hot.
What a coincidence.
I really. Did you guys like wake up one morning and it was on both of you?
Yeah.
So what made you get it?
Well, okay. For the reason I even just I don't know. Like somebody brought it up tonight at the mic whenever I first got there. One of the younger comedians was like, "What? Why do you have a goddamn?" It's not a pentagram. It's a pentacle.
What's the
right?
difference?
Pentagram's upside down, and the pentagram is devil, right?
Fuck yeah,
Pentacle.
the cool shit.
Wait, it is the devil or is not?
Pentagram is.
Fuck
we
yeah,
have
summon the goddamn Dark Lord.
we have pentacles.
Hail Satan.
Pentacles. You got the gay pentagram? What is it? What is this gay pentacle bullshit?
Yeah, what's a pinnacle?
It just means it's the good end of the spectrum.
It's the good devil.
You know what I mean? You got the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit.
Oh, I saw Captain America. Yeah, same shit. Yeah. You watch Captain America?
I love Captain America.
Good
so
show.
I will accept it.
Earth, water, wind, fire, heart. With your powers combined, I am
That's
Captain
Captain
America.
Planet.
Oh, I meant planet.
Dumb bastard.
Oh shit. It's the same thing.
I'm like, the tooth? I'm like, is that a new one? I'm like, I didn't see this.
Crossover. You didn't see it because you're too stupid.
I think it's really funny because Josh is just sitting back to call all 3 of us stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him over there sitting around. Like, all right.
I loved Captain Planet. That was badass.
That's what I said. I kept saying planet. You just didn't hear it.
Yeah, you definitely said Planet.
I did say that shit. Rewind it back. So you got that shit. Both of you did. And is it because you respect the tenets of this so much? I mean, is that obviously it means a lot to you? I would assume if you're getting ink on your fucking body over this shit.
I don't know. He gets ink pretty willy-nilly.
Yeah, I know.
It could be either
Well,
or.
don't go back to the last
He's got it
episode.
right next to the Cobra Kai logo. So
Yeah,
maybe
it's
you're right.
right above his tramp stamp. Yeah.
Oh man, I wish you do. I forgot you do have a
We
tramp
didn't
stamp.
need to say it again.
That's right. Isn't it like a
Specifically-
butterfly or
It's
something?
its own clip on YouTube, so
It's- yeah,
check it out.
That's right. It's the cover of the Mariah Carey album. That's what it is.
Yeah, just search Kuvi's tramp stamp. You'll find it.
So you're in like Flynn with nature. That makes a lot of sense. Earth, water, monkey, all that bullshit. I like that stuff. But at what point is it like, let's talk to some witches and shit? What's going on? I thought there was some witches and devilry. Is there no fucking drugs? And where's the ecstasy? That's my main thing.
Well, I don't do drugs, but
Same.
Oh, right. You're being filmed. I get it. That makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're very straight
Yeah.
edge.
no, I mean the
Yeah.
same. So you know how you have like different branches of like any religion,
Mm-hmm.
like that just branches off. They have their own meaning and interpretation. It's the same with like Wiccans. So like you can get a good witch, a green witch. You can get someone that falls more to like the bad stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which we aren't bad witches, so that's hence the pentacle.
We're like the
Right.
Methodists of Wiccans.
Okay.
You
Very
guys
much.
are like the baby faces in pro wrestling terms. You're the good guys.
But we still do like spells, and obviously we use Ouija boards and.
Have you ran into in your travels in these Wiccan conventions that you no doubt frequent on most weekends? Have you ran into
It's
like?
called Comic-Con.
Yeah, there you go. Have you ran into the bad guys? Have you ran into the people who are like, I'm a goddamn green witch or what the fuck ever? I'll kill people.
Didn't
I'll
you go
zap the
on-
shit out of you
Yeah.
with my finger lightning.
Didn't you go on a date with a girl that was?
She I'm assuming it was more mental illness than anything. But she told me that she talked to demons. That was her superpower.
Goddamn right she did.
Yeah. And it was
Very rad.
yeah, it was a
She was floating 6 inches off the ground when she said that.
Yeah.
It was her fucking toes were dragging the pavement as she was mentioning it.
I did notice her feet never touched the ground. Now that you
They
mention it.
did for a moment.
for some reason her fingers were 4 feet long. I don't understand that.
You went on one date with her?
Yeah. I didn't want it to be more. She told me about. She said she goes to the underworld and she eats giant grapes with Hades. That's what she told me.
Okay, so get to the weird shit. I mean,
And then I was like, "That's cool because I need a ride home."
that's great. You tell me that you didn't. You had sex with her though, right? What? You don't want to fucking tango with that mess? Oh my
No,
God!
no. That fucking, once you
Absolutely
tangle with
you
that,
do.
that never leaves.
Dude, if you live through that, that's gonna be the best sex you've
If
ever
you
had in
live
your
through
entire life. Oh my God!
She's like, the only way I can go down is if I cut your penis off. Otherwise, I don't
Wow.
get Hades grapes.
Yeah. What
Well,
level? What
her
level of
nick it,
sighted
let her
were you at
nick it,
this?
suck the blood out of the side.
What level of sighted were you at this point?
God, I don't know. This was.
You could see enough. But it's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if things were pretty blurry at the time, so I don't. The level of sight, poor.
Okay.
Novice.
I could
I'd
only
say.
make out her pointy hat.
Moons and stars and shit. On it.
But you were not a Wiccan at this point.
No,
yet.
no. I just thought she was pure cuckoo for Cocoa
So-
Puffs.
Yeah.
But was this like your first experience really with a Wiccan person, and you were like, "Oh, they're all nuts. They're all nut bars."
She never said the term Wiccan. She
Oh, yeah.
just said that she and her mother banished ghosts from people's houses and fought
fantastic.
demons.
She just saw Ghostbusters.
Oh,
you
so
understand
she's
that,
Jennifer
right?
Love Hewitt.
Yes.
Yeah. No, me and Finkman and Bill Murray, we go to a house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great.
So are
Good
we
for
gonna get
you.
an appetizer or not?
Yeah, that's nice.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about this devilry that so
Oh,
far
yeah.
is pretty anticlimactic. I mean, I want to talk to some fucking demons. What's up
okay,
with the demon
yeah, but
shit?
you say religions all have like the Looney Tunes, but then you guys also have a Ouija board. So there's a little. You're dipping your toe in the.
I mean, yeah, we do like spells and stuff.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
we're
curse
not
people.
pussies.
If you guys want to leave some hair with us, we
Yeah.
can do a
That's
spell
the
for
thing.
you.
We haven't cursed anybody
Yes.
yet.
But
Right.
We've only
Right.
done good spells for ourselves.
What kind of
what kind of spells have you done?
We did a luck spell.
Yeah, I did a prosperity spell. one of the
LUCK
times.
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII. This is like stuff that I did in Final Fantasy VII. The prosperity spells, the luck spells. I didn't
A
realize.
sword with a bunch of gems in it.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, man! Yeah, sword with a gun on it. That fucking shit. Yeah, but it's like there's a head shop in Lexington. I didn't realize how big this stuff is. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing a commercial for them, and they were like, "Hey, make sure that you get all this, this Wiccan shit or whatever it was, right? And like the stuff for spells and all that kind of stuff." And I was like, "Oh," I'm kind of laughing. I'm like, "Does this stuff sell?" They were like, "This stuff is the first shit that sells. Like people really love having a place to go and buy. There's like a community of people who, are into this, Wiccan and the spells and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't realize it was like that."
Every town we go to, we stop at least one, usually more than one shop, just to, see what they have, but also just, because we're still just collecting things at this point. Like the last thing I think we bought a couple mortars and pestles. So good for witchcraft, but also good for
Make some drugs.
I know
Make
witches
some- I was
may
gonna say
know what
spaghetti.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Those were our
stuff
heads
is, but
at.
what are those?
wait, mortar and pestle.
You know
Yeah.
that shit that you
It's
crush
just-
the
it's
pills
just a-
down
yeah.
with?
Oh, okay. The big,
bowl
the
with,
big,
like,
Big bowl.
the
yeah.
rock bowl with
You-
the little
Yeah.
Crushed
crusher
bay
thing.
leaves and some essential
Yeah,
oils.
yeah.
Crushed babies.
Bay leaves. Yeah. I got your bay leaves. Yeah, I got Sure. Okay.
These white bay leaves.
Yeah, those kind of bay leaves
Yeah.
you get a lot of trouble in. They see those bay leaves. All right.
So, what kind of stores do you guys go to for this? Is it a
We
combination
try
of
to
head
find,
shops?
metaphysical stores.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's a few.
Stores in your mind, man.
If you find like a more liberal place, like part of town, they'll have like an actual metaphysical store with like usually the person theirself is like a healer or like a Reiki master or something like that.
Reiki, I find that fascinating. I'm glad that you brought that up.
Which
Now,
one's Reiki?
That
where
is
they don't touch you.
you don't- they don't touch you, but they-
cleanse your energy.
Weird.
Yeah, they make you horny by not touching you. They put their hands. I watch these videos. They put their hands over you, and they heal you, and they don't touch you, but you wind up getting jacked off anyway. I've seen these on Pornhub. But no, this is a. So do you believe in the Reiki stuff? Do you think this is a real thing? Because I'm always fascinated by the whole energy thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's just energy, which is existing in everything. So
Right.
you're just kind of using your energy and kind of transporting it to people and using their energy and
Sure.
moving it around.
Have you ever? Because I know there's like Reiki masters and there's people who teach it and there's all
Mm-hmm.
these different classes. Have you been to those classes before?
No, I haven't. My sister-in-law does that stuff, and one of her good friends, she also teaches Reiki and stuff.
She teaches Reiki. I'm so interested by it because, like, obviously it seems like quackery, right? I'm not saying it is, but I mean, we can all agree that when you look at it on the outset, you go, oh, he's got healing powers. He has a mental illness. That's fine. You know? That's fine. We all been there. So have you experienced this to where, like, somebody has done this to you in some way and you're like, oh, I feel this kind of energy change or whatever?
Honestly, I haven't. And the funny part about Reiki, which I'm not opposed to trying it now, but like before I was interested in all this stuff, I wrote a bit about Reiki just because I thought it was woo-woo crackery.
Just because it sounds like rapey.
Well, it seems
Yeah,
like
it was one pun.
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm gonna get real close though.
I don't know. Have you ever done like meditation?
I have, yeah.
And did it work at all for you?
Absolutely, it did. I
It's
love
kind
it.
of the same thing, except for instead of just you focusing on your thoughts, there's two people focusing on your thoughts and
Okay.
trying to help you cleanse that out.
Yeah, I haven't had it done yet, but I kind of assume it's like almost like a more enhanced version. You know, you ever just like show up in a room and then there's someone who just has awesome energy and then you're in a better mood.
It's
yeah,
called
of course.
drugs.
Yeah.
Somebody shows up on coke, man, they're the life of the party.
But there's people with like presence like that for sure.
It's
Yeah.
I don't know because like I said I haven't had it done. The last time anyone has approached Monica and I about Reiki, we were in
A swingers bar.
I can't even remember what
Hey,
town
you guys
we were
into
in now.
Ricky?
Where was the spot where
They
we
were
went?
saying Ricky. but
We went to the mall.
I
and-
think it was,
was that Austin?
yeah.
Yeah. So whenever we were in Austin, we were just there buying our cool ass rings.
I'm shocked that
Oh,
Austin
shit,
had
let's
something
see.
weird.
Well,
That is
That
cool.
You gotta
It's
keep
just-
Austin weird.
that one's just a mood ring, and I honestly don't know what that ring
Ooh,
is.
the
but
mood ring.
pretty
Does that
badass.
actually change colors? The mood
Yeah,
ring?
it really
That's
does.
fucking
Right
killer.
now, he's feeling romantic, and he was talking to Josh.
Is that
so-
green?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Pound it. Boom.
What colors does it change to? What other colors?
There's
Yeah, you're asking the
blue,
blind man.
purple, black,
Come on, Nick.
and brown.
Purple, black, and brown.
I
And
ju-
you've seen it?
Yeah, mine usually stays on like a brown and pink. Which
Because you
just
have to
means-
shit.
No,
get
it's
it.
like fear mostly, and I'm always stressed out around people.
That's
and,
good.
yeah,
That's really
so-
good. That's good.
It works,
really
is
good.
what I'm saying.
Abject terror is blinking red.
I always just show her mine. I'm like, how do I feel today?
Yeah, let me know, baby. Because you're horny. Crazy.
But yeah, no, okay. So we were just in the shop, buying knickknacks, and
What about the
these
patty wax?
Have you been to the one in Springfield?
no
The metaphysical shop? It may not still be open, but
It's just a alley with an old hippie named Carl.
no, it's it was the old fish
Lay
store.
down here, man.
It used to be the fish man.
We'll line you out, man.
But yeah, this woman comes up and she asks us. She tells her she's a Reiki master and they could do a Reiki massage in the back. And obviously,
In the back.
yeah, I guess apparently I said by Starbucks.
Wait, this was a patron or the person working there?
This was a homeless
She
woman.
worked there.
Yeah,
Okay.
but obviously I still have my trepidations about Reiki just because my first thought is wacky.
Yeah.
Sure, right.
Because I mean, Demon Lady also
Well-
said she was a Reiki master, and I was like, yeah, well, you're also eating giant grapes with Hades.
Well, let's not make fun of her. We don't know if that really was happening or not. I mean, are you
fair.
a master of the metaphysical dimension? No, you're fucking
Why
not.
are you gatekeeping?
No, you're
bro?
just
Yeah,
dipping
you're
your toe.
gatekeeping, bro. You're gonna tell somebody who can and can't eat giant grapes with Hades? Fuck you, Nick. Fucking entitled white cracker ass bullshit.
Shit, it got real.
I know, right?
Yeah. That you don't know about me is I'm black, Nick.
So you're in the metaphysical store.
Yeah.
All right, and they tried to Reiki you.
Yes. Well,
Tried to Reiki you.
a woman just came up and offered, and honestly,
Came up and off.
it was just my first
Sluts.
instinct is just be like,
What do you say we bring you
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So your natural inclination is like, all right, nah,
well,
I
I
don't
mean, But I'm also
not buying it.
Yeah, I'm still like it takes me a while to lean into pretty much anything just because like
Healthy optimism.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, skepticism.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like I was raised so Catholic that I think anytime, generally, whenever anyone comes up and they're like, "Hey, I got this new idea," I'm just like, "You're
Yeah.
probably a nut job."
Mm-hmm.
So I still need some work on
I
that.
would trust that. I would trust that. I wouldn't get away from that. I think a lot of people, try to run
Straight
from
too
that.
far from the boat.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how
Monica,
you wind up stabbed.
did she make you feel weird, or am I just off base on that?
I mean,
You mean with
I'm
a stranger?
uncomfortable when anyone comes up to me. I'm in the store to shop, not talk. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But,
You mean when the
yeah.
stranger
It's a good
has
woman
to take
right
you to
there.
the back to heal you with her hands? What's weird about that?
Right.
So did you say yes? And how good was the hand job?
No,
we
we
need
did
details.
not.
You didn't say. Oh, okay.
We
So
were-
you never had Reiki done then? I'd like to have it done.
Well,
I like
technically, I had it done in a skit. Ron Finger was the Reiki master.
Ron Finger
Yeah.
was the. That's hilarious.
Dude, that was back in the. I had written the Reiki bit, but I couldn't get it to work on stage.
Yeah.
And so we were in this sketch group for a while, and I was like, well, I think this would work as a sketch, and it was fine. My bit's way stronger now, though. So, come watch me live.
Your Reiki
folks.
bit,
the Reiki
your Reiki bit kills now.
I
It heals.
It's okay. It's
it heals. Yeah, nobody laughed, but a guy in a wheelchair stood up. It was amazing.
Dude,
He could see for 2 seconds.
this is a
Yeah.
total sidebar. But remember, okay, were you guys raised Catholic by chance?
Yeah,
not
regular
Catholic,
Methodist.
fucking
They
backwoods religion.
once a year
Snake charming.
Jesus.
At the church my family went to, they would always bring in a healer. And because
Oh, no.
me, my brother, and my sister all have this eye disease, they would always make us go up to the front, like on the altar,
Oh,
and have this
God.
dude put his hand on our
Ugh.
head, and he'd always shake just a little bit too hard. And, we exclaim, "They're healed." And we're like, "No, bro."
That really happened
Yeah,
to you?
all the time.
Weird.
Once a
All the
year.
time.
All
Once
the
a year.
time.
That
So-
dude came through St. Elizabeth Church, and they would always bring us up there. And just because we're the fucking oddballs.
Do you remember the first time that this happened to you? That a faith healer was supposed to restore your vision? Because probably by the first time that it happened, you could still see pretty okay.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean,
You're like, you're making it worse every year.
Well, but here's my question:
he was
is-
shaking my head so hard that it's like, besides the RP, I think I also had a detached retina.
I am picture him doing that, and then his eyes roll back into his head, and he goes blind for a minute, and then
Why-
you're healed.
Well, yeah, because he's coming. I mean, that's why he's traveling across the country to touch little bomb boys anyway. That's why he created this
Ooh,
scam.
we got
in the
3
first
of 'em.
place. So, but here's what's sad about that is that it wasn't like you were completely blind, and then he did the deal, and you were like, "No, bro, I can't see." You had a degenerative disease that you at that age knew was going to get worse, right? And for a brief moment, did this bullshit give you hope?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Dude,
fuck that.
I will say, because like I said, it happened every single year. God, I don't even know
By
why.
that
That is
ninth year,
I don't know how.
I don't think this guy's on the level.
Did it become normal?
I'm so happy you guys sparked this memory because I do remember
I'm
standing.
not. This is gonna make you cry tonight.
Standing on the altar,
My
like
eyes.
beside my brother, and my brother in grade school had a really long rat tail, and I remember him shaking my brother's head and just looking over and seeing his rat tail waving, and I was like, "God is good."
God is good. For a
He
brief
is
moment
in all of us.
So, but you really like legit when it happened. You were like, okay, so maybe I'm not gonna go blind now. Was that
maybe.
a thought that you
I mean,
had?
I was a kid and I was all in.
All in.
How
yeah,
young
'cause
were you the first time?
I don't know.
He was
I'm gonna
32.
say it was probably somewhere in the 1st, 4th grades. You know what I mean?
You were saying the first time you went to
Yeah,
4th grade.
it
I'm
was
like,
so-
Summer
10?
school in
I
Canada,
didn't-
the
I
first
didn't-
fourth
Oh,
grade.
okay, yeah.
I didn't
So
know
between kindergarten and 4th grade.
I didn't know how to
Okay.
say that phrase, but yeah.
Not well, apparently.
Okay, so you're like 7, 8, 9 in this ballpark.
Yeah, somewhere around
okay.
there.
Just old enough to believe that bullshit.
Okay, so first time around, did you buy it at all?
Oh yeah, I was all, but also
How long until you did not? How many years?
I'm gonna say. I mean, we.
Probably when he ran a stoplight.
That motherfucker.
Well, we had to go to the eye doctor all the time. You
Yeah.
know, so the next time we went to the eye doctor, I was like, way to go, JC.
Yeah, you fucked this one up, bro. Mm-hmm. I can't believe.
Maybe that was the problem, though. He actually touched me. He needed to keep his hand 6 inches off my head.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
that's
that faith healer that got busted for jerking off at a Circle K didn't restore my goddamn vision. Did you ever fucking see that piece of shit? Did you ever know what happened to him? Is he on Twitter or some bullshit?
I have no clue what
The
you're talking
faith healer, the fucking
guy you're
motherfucker
talking
came around,
about.
smacked around you and your brothers and shit. What happened to him? Is he in jail
Yeah,
now?
you showed your pecker too.
Did he fucking OD in a Motel 6? What happened? You know what happened?
about. I have no clue. I was a baby.
Oh, motherfucker. I just hate those cocksuckers, man. That really pisses me off.
But you said that happened for a while, so that it happened till you
Every
were like
year.
16.
No. I stopped going to that church whenever, I'm going to say probably 5th to 6th grade. somewhere around there.
Okay. So it only happened for a few years.
Yeah. But
okay.
I mean, just the dude came through town like once a year.
Oh, okay. So he continued past. So you would be like, oh,
He's
this
in a
creepy
covered
fuck's here.
wagon. Like in that Coen Brothers Western, like he just comes through with a fucking legless midget. We're here to heal you, boy.
Yeah, he's driving through a Django, fucking fixing
Yeah,
people's
with a
teeth.
goddamn tooth spring on the top.
Yeah, I always wished we had a kid in a wheelchair just so somebody else could go on stage.
Well, there was the really famous faith healer who got busted, and there was a documentary made about it.
I got there. They sent me fucking some of their holy water.
Oh yeah,
You remember?
So-
Yeah, because the father or the husband and wife got busted
right.
because they were saying
that's
some
another
kind
guy.
of claim. Is this a different one?
Oh, dude, there's
Man, there's
a
so
million
many of
them.
these.
No, there was the big scandal in the '90s, and this is probably when this bullshit was going on with you. It might have been the same fucking guy. I hope it was, but he was rich as fuck, and he was going across the country, quote, faith healing people. And what they would do is they would take like the really infirm people, like like the people in wheelchairs and stuff, and all that, and they would
Okay.
make them get at the back of the line. And
Where they
would-
belong.
where they belong, and they would have people like a young, pretty, eyes working Nick go to the front,
Yeah.
and then they'd be like, "You are healed," and everybody can't, obviously look at him and tell it's bullshit, right? That's why they'd have like the Rocky Dennis with the fucked up face and shit in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody in a wheelchair wheels up front like the first Rosary Parks.
Nice.
That was a good pun. Y'all can
Yeah, that was
suck
good.
my nuts.
That was great. And it would be in Alabama too. I think.
I'm keeping that line.
You should be keeping that line. But no, I mean, but they would basically it was a one big scam, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was like they proved it was a big scam because they had like a fucking, man, I don't know. It's just, or maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe he really did heal you and you've been lying this whole goddamn time. Maybe he staved off a couple years. Maybe seriously. Maybe, 'cause when did you go like, blind? What?
This bad has probably been for about 5 to 8 years.
5 to 8 years? What
Yeah.
if it would have been about 15 years if old Father Time hadn't came in and smacked you in the head? Jesus fucking sent you into overtime. And this whole time you've been cussing that old man. It's disgusting.
It is.
It's disgusting. Think of all the beautiful things you saw because thanks to that old man.
So
I like how you just build an entire story and you're like, okay, now you go. You go in my make believe world.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what this is all about here. Smoke is weed, son.
all right.
Sorry
So
for the Catholic.
Anybody want to
tangent.
hear this shit? You hear that? No, you don't do drugs, do you?
no.
Fucking
We're
bunch of
straight edge,
squares,
bro.
Bunch of squares.
You're
up
straight
in
edge?
this.
I thought you smoked all the
He
weed.
does not.
Nah.
He's not
What
straight
happened?
edge.
Why do you talk so slow?
Because I talk good.
I talk to
Talk
you.
good. Mama raised me, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
I was under the impression that you were the biggest stoner.
Nope. Not at all.
He just looks like it.
Yeah, that's how he judged it.
So anyway, Reiki still on the to-do list.
And one thing I was gonna say too is that I do watch a lot of those videos because I'm fascinated by it, and it's like ASMR to me. But one of them is like the cleanses. Have you seen these? Like the like in a lot of like Central American towns, there's like they'll it's like Reiki, but they'll also like fucking crack an egg and show it to you, and then take
They'll
like,
boil it on your skin.
I'm saying, well, but like it's like all part of a spiritual cleansing.
Yeah.
And they're like, shaguna, guna, 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 shaguta, boot. I'm not trying to. It's I don't speak the language, but it sounds like that. But
I like
they have,
speaking
This
caricatures.
whole episode's canceled.
no, it's a true thing. Look it up. I'm not making it up. They have these goddamn big ass, green
What do I
things.
Google?
Pudding pops.
It's Bill Cosby, but no, you're all fucking fine. You think I'm being racist, and you're gonna hear it's exactly.
It can be both.
All that shit. They do it. It's a real fucking thing. You're being racist. How dare you judge their culture?
Isn't it just white people cracking eggs over
No,
people?
no, no,
Okay,
no.
that's what
It
you
doesn't feel like
explained.
No,
whiteys to me. I
There's
didn't
no
think
white
this was
people.
whiteys.
There's no white people.
And where does it happen?
In the spicy places with
The not
Chile?
Europe.
not the Mexicos, but the deep under the
Mexico? That was where you're going? I was saying Africa.
No,
Your impression was Africa. that was not Mexico.
Now you have to wrestle with your own fucking racism.
I was like Guatemala at the
Spiritual
most
cleansing
southern.
in the Sawinka market, Mexican doctor.
And talking to the microphone.
I'm talking to the goddamn microphone.
No, you're not.
Yes,
I
I
can
am.
hear
I'll
it. I
kill
got
you.
fucking ears.
Hold on, here it is. She's gonna get ready to start chanting here. Well, she's putting fucking cauliflower in his face. And
God,
shit.
I hope she just speaks English.
Look. See, man, the bossa nana. Now this sounds Italian. I'm saying, but this is so relaxing to me. I want this to look. Now she's like picking his shirt up and dusting him with plants.
It looks like
There's a lot of balloons behind him.
Look, see, and then she cracks an egg and shows it to him. It's a big spiritual cleansing thing. That's all that I'm saying. I want it
All
done
right.
to me. I find it all fascinating. That's all I'm saying.
Well, honestly, that's kind of the basis of all of it, though. It's like, it is normal stuff that somehow people think is now weird and woo-woo. I mean, I'm not cracking
Sounds
an
like
egg
there's
on
some
myself,
woo-woo in there, but you could say that with all religions.
but yeah, it's okay. So like, we were talking about this on the way here, right? The way I think about, like, whenever we do a spell is if you think it's too woo-woo, I think it makes more sense for people to think of it just as meditation.
Can we do a spell?
yeah.
Do we have things?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I
Hell
have to
yeah.
grab it.
Yeah, but it's basically like you get the ritualistic part of it where, yeah, okay, so you have your candle and you dress the candle with oils and leaves or whatever you want to use, and you do have your elements on the altar. You have
Okay.
to set up everything and light some candles. But then essentially what you're doing is you light the candle and you're just focused on the thing that you want, which essentially is the same thing as prayer or meditation. And so
Exactly.
now ours smells better
Right. That
because
makes sense.
we have some neat oils.
Because we have Cinnabon oils.
Well, right.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think it's too terrible. Like, whenever Monica first was like, "Hey, let's get some essential oils," the same with the skepticism. I was like,
You thought she was going to play with your butt?
Oh, she did. But
Separate occasion.
This is
That was on the way.
different oils.
That was
On the
my
way to the
birthday.
Family Dollar.
she cracked a couple eggs in there.
Oh, right. Why does that make me hungry? I agree, and I would compare it to hypnosis, which I love, and I've said before, it helped me quit smoking, and it's like people are like, does that really work? It sounds stupid, and it's like, look, here's the thing. It's not some magic bullshit. People go, well, you realize that it's just like messing with your head. Yeah, it's like, it's basically a way of, because the thing with hypnosis, if you believe it'll work, there's a much higher chance of it working.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's because you're going into it with an open mind, and you're basically giving your brain a reason to go, you know what, I'm not going to smoke. Right? And it's the same thing, but it sounds kooky wooky, but I mean, it's a real legitimate
Yeah, and
thing.
perception is reality.
So, exactly right. That's all it is. Perception is reality. So I can apply it in the same way to stuff like yoga or, doing a spell, which I hope that we're going to try to kill somebody tonight. Is there going to be like a comedian in town
I
we
know
don't
who
like?
Monica wants to kill.
Oh,
I
sweet.
know.
We
Yeah,
didn't get
yeah.
anybody's hair tonight, but I could think of at least 4 people on that open mic list I want to kill.
Only 4. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I was pretty fucked up, so they were all pretty cool to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
They talk some shit behind your back.
what would they say about me?
I'm kidding. I just wanted to make sure you're really a
Goddamn.
comedian.
Halfway home, Kyle's gonna out of nowhere be like, "Do you really think they were talking behind my back?"
And that does piss me off. Sometimes those motherfuckers, they get that attitude. They got to remember who the big dog in the yard is. So
Monica, what's your take on spells?
On the spot.
No, I mean it's essentially the same thing. Just like a lot of the whole witchcraft stuff is just like using nature for things. And I was kind of like, we were talking about it, and I was just explaining it like, people think it's really weird, but then you get down to like, someone has a stomach ache and, you know, your mom says drink some ginger ale, right? Which is an acceptable form of like curing a stomach ache, even though it's proven that that doesn't actually work unless you have gas. It makes the gas come out.
It's the white man's cure.
Yeah, but like actual ginger does help with your upset stomach. So like people think it's weird if you drink ginger tea instead of ginger ale, but like ginger tea will actually help you. So it's just like the stigma behind it. But like Nicolas is, he likes to be skeptical about things, and like
y'all were like Mulder and Scully.
with the
they finally tagged each other.
Wait a minute. That means
No,
I'm
you're Scully. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we've all know you're Scully. Yeah.
Mulder and Scully finally hooked up in Granite City, Illinois.
It's romantic.
Hell yeah.
What's
Happily
Mulder's
ever
first
after.
name? Do you guys remember?
Fox.
Scotch.
Scotch Mulder.
Hey,
Fox Mulder.
calling you Fox tonight.
Fuck yeah. She's still going to call you Gillian Anderson.
but yeah, he's pretty skeptical about everything until like we try it. But I pretty much cured his allergies with essential oils. He is not. He was like every night he was like waking up coughing and all that stuff, and I've just been. I had a couple like different ones that I ran out of, but now I've just been using peppermint and putting it on his chest, and he has not woke up dying.
So
recently.
how does that work? Because people make fun of the essential oils too. So how does that work?
Your significant other has to love you, and then
Never gonna find
so
that.
let's talk to Josh, and then she was just like, "Hey, you want me to rub you down?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do. And then
Boy, was he disappointed.
and I know she kept touching my neck. I was like, "What?"
That's not my penis.
I was jacking your spirit off.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, that's hot.
I need you to touch my genital neck.
Ooh.
Touch the neck of my balls.
Yeah, it just uses like natural things the same way. Like, a lot of it will just be like, it'll have like peppermint is good for like soothing your stomach, but it's also good for like opening up your sinuses and stuff.
Killer.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
that's
but
cool.
a lot of them will have like different mixtures of different things, and then like same way like you can burn sage to like cleanse negative energy out. You could also use like sage oil for a spell for that purpose, or you could put it on you to try and repel negative energy from people.
So why is sage good for negative energy?
I have no idea the mechanics. None whatsoever.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of just, I guess, like folklore type of thing. They say that it is the direct type of plant that, but there's like other things too. Like you can find a lot of like using a salt circle to keep it out. It's just symbolism.
Is that like
behind
if
it,
you're
too.
being like invaded by slugs, you'll put a salt circle around you?
That was
so-
vampires. What's the salt circle?
Demons.
Is it because they have to
Oh.
count every single grain? Wasn't that what it was?
For vampires?
I don't know. Whatever they're
They
keeping out.
count
I
the
think-
grain. That's pretty sweet.
Maybe
I mean,
it
if
is.
you believe in vampires, that's on you.
I
Maybe-
believe in vampires.
That's on you, idiot.
No, I don't know.
the
I mean,
thing-
you wouldn't really need a salt circle for a vampire unless you've already invited them into your house, at which point
Maybe it's a leprechaun. I don't know, but one of them was. I don't know.
Okay, now you're just talking crazy.
Like all those leprechaun murdering units. Aside from that one franchise of movies.
I remember very specifically it kept them out because they were like not ADD, they're OCD and have to count every single fucking grain.
Well, then I think some lisinopril can cure that. Are we going to?
I think it's vampires now that I think of it.
One of the things I read about circles, which I honestly don't practice this, but what I read about circles is like, say before you do like a meditation or something, is you just envision a protective circle around you.
Okay.
But it's again, this might be just me being skeptical, but I just kind of assume that's because like whenever you meditate, you do kind of, it helps to have a focal point of your meditation. It helps your brain stay centered
Focus on one thing. Yeah.
So you literally, you have your body, you're existing.
We got
and
it.
Then,
Yeah.
And then you just envision a circle around you, like you're in a cylinder that's raised up from the sky. But they say, in what I read anyway, is that, you know, if you're going to do a good spell, you do a clockwise circle around yourself, and then whenever you open it again, you reopen it. Like, just, you can do it with your finger, you can do it with a knife, or you can just imagine it, whatever you feel like doing. But, you know, then
Let's do it with a knife.
then you open it the other way. But if you want to do a dark spell and you want to focus on that, you go
Vice
counterclockwise.
versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same as Pinnacle and Pentagram. You just do some shit backwards.
And by dark spell, you just mean evil? Like,
Yeah,
not a good luck spell?
Yeah,
Or?
something like that. Like, honestly, I haven't even looked into doing evil spells because I don't want that mojo on me.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
I would. I'd
Yeah.
kill some motherfuckers.
you're clearly a black witch.
And get
We
somebody to have
are-
a goddamn car accident on the way to work with their kid in the car. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck both of them.
Well, we shouldn't give Kyle these powers.
Let's do this.
He's
There's a
not
couple
responsible
people.
enough for
There's
this.
a couple people. I'm probably
You talk
gonna-
about Kyle Field behind your back. There's a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get, Andrew Gaffigan. Grow that pretty little hair out, boy.
All the back door just burns down tomorrow because you did it wrong.
Yeah. God damn it.
Oh no, I didn't know I was this powerful.
A bolt of lightning will strike the bar tonight.
For no
All right.
reason, that Conway Twitty lookalike dies.
There's no way that motherfucker never heard of Conway Twitty. I don't know they don't know what we're talking about, but fuck. Anyway, all right. So if you guys you fuck around with voodoo dolls and shit, come on, man. I know it's a different thing, but it's always fascinated me. I've heard that shit is real based on the television programs I've watched.
I mean, I would think the same because like you can do spells and stuff. Say like if you want to do a spell that involves somebody else, yeah, you can use their hair and stuff. And I
Or blood.
think or blood or semen.
Or semen.
But like
Hell yeah.
voodoo dolls, don't they have to have something of the person as well, right?
I
It's
thought
kind
they were
of the same
made up
principle.
from the person's hair.
No, I don't
How
think
much
all of it.
hair?
Yeah.
Make
it really small doll.
He's going into bathroom sinks
Yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
just pulling hair out of the clog, like that guy on My Strange Addiction. Okay.
That's a callback from before the podcast.
How many of those episodes did you
But you
watch?
nailed it.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch a lot of weird shit. I watch a lot of stuff on TikTok, like zits being popped and blackheads being extracted
Yeah,
and stuff
Dr.
like that.
Pimple Popper.
You watch that shit? And then, but
No.
it's just fucking escalating like porno. Now I'm watching cysts being cut open and evacuated and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's a problem.
All right. Well, this is disgusting.
He
Back
gets,
to
he gets
witchcraft,
skeezed
right?
out by shit really fucking easily. It's just real life, bro. Fucking get with the program.
This
ain't
is a
pretty.
program of fantasy and whatever.
Fantasy.
Reality.
I hope on iTunes it's under fantasy. That's what I want. There's a lot of fantasy going on here, though, with the fucking, voodoo doll shit that we're talking about, and the spells and the goddamn stuff. I love that stuff.
All right. What's the most out there thing you do?
Well, we also do ghost hunting, which people think is weird.
You know what I did?
Nice. That's rad.
That's where
But-
that's
but
more
I
where
have-
the Ouija board.
I have
comes in.
like apps on my phone, so like we can talk.
You have
to
ghost
them.
apps on your
yeah,
phone?
and then
Oh,
I've
yeah.
downloaded like an SLS cam, which sometimes
Yeah.
has worked and sometimes it doesn't. But it's the same with all. It like detects bodies that aren't actually there. So like if you point it at a light that looks like a body, it'll show you a body. But that's how they all work. So you have to figure out, like, if you point it at a blank wall and you see one,
Mm-hmm.
then it's just a demon or a ghost. But if you point it at something that looks like a body and it does that, then it's just the thing.
So
that's
it's an iPhone app in the camera
Mm-hmm.
that points.
yeah, and it has like the.
Man, Apple is stepping up their game.
I think Android has some too, but not as good because I downloaded some on his phone. They didn't work as well. But we've
Story
also
checks out.
We've also done like voice memos, and we've gotten like we did his sister's house, and we got this crazy recording of like none of us were near the camera, and we got this like crystal clear like creepy ass whistle, like a.
That shit's freaky. That shit's freaky.
Dude, the fucked up thing is, so we were doing this with Tommy Mosslander for a time before COVID, and so my sister was just moving. Absolutely no reports of her house being haunted whatsoever, but we just wanted to test because we were buying equipment and we just wanted to give it a whirl.
I think moving's going to be the scariest part of this story.
Dude,
Because I'm horrified by the thought of it.
So it was just an empty house, and it's one of those like split level houses, and we were in the basement-ish area, but we put 2 or 3 cameras upstairs, a phone, just doing a voice recording, and
couple body cams that were like night vision.
yeah, and just on the phone, the iPhone, we got that whistle, and it was
Weird.
just a couple, but we were all downstairs, like
That's so
we were
scary.
downstairs.
And Nicolas can't even whistle, so.
See, I'm all right.
That's pretty good.
That's
Had
okay.
nothing on the ghost whistle.
Yeah, that whistle had a pitch.
So it was like
Yeah.
fucking Andy Griffith.
Dude, we caught something in there. We were again, whenever we first downloaded all these things, and we were just toying around because, like, stuff. Some people have said some things have happened at this
Hold on,
house.
now you can't yada 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 that. Some people have said some things. That means some freaky shit's gone down in this house.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Some people have said some things. It's like the beginning of an 80s Stephen King movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't want to go down that road there.
Well, okay. For example, whenever this house was the peak of me bringing in stray humans, right?
Yeah.
There was a time whenever I was getting these 2 rooms recarpeted, which, as you might be able to tell,
I closed the doors.
Okay, the carpet had to come up because those rooms unfortunately flooded. But while rooms were being carpeted, one roommate did have to put a mattress out here and was laying down, right? And
Like
he was
the one that's already out here laying down?
Yeah, We're probably gonna bring that upstairs tonight. Anyway, so
That's why I brought you guys here.
We needed help.
he's down. Roommate's down here sleeping, and he wakes up and he thinks other roommate had just walked in, like he saw a person walk into the laundry room.
No, sir.
Yeah,
No, sir.
And-
That's
and-
the shit that fucks my head up.
and he gets up and he looks in there. He's like, Brad, and obviously nobody's down here. He just saw, no human.
Dude, that shit. I'm not gonna interrupt you, even though I am, but like, that is freakier to me than seeing like a full-on floating, fire-breathing demon. The shit that is just enough just to fuck with you and let your imagination play.
Just enough to keep you paying attention. Yeah.
Bingo. That will haunt you for the rest of your life. That
Yep.
shit's so freaky.
Yeah, but while we were down here, the very first night, we were just playing with new things, as we
What
were,
does that mean?
we just,
Like our apps.
yeah.
And
Dildos
okay.
and shit.
just,
bro.
just trying to see if they
Sex
actually
swings.
work, because their apps, I don't, again, maybe skeptical, but I don't think they work as well as the
real,
crazy expensive shit you can get on Amazon.
Dude, it's
or
hilarious
whatever.
to think that there's fucking apps for this.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
fucking funny. I did not know that.
I know, like, the different thought processes behind a lot of the equipment is like that. Obviously, the thought, like, ghosts are gonna make batteries die and stuff, right? Because they're gonna
Suck energy.
suck energy, right? And I've done a lot of ghost hunting over in my 20s and shit. And one night
did 3 tours.
did 3 tours. One night we were in this house, like an acquaintance, a friend of a friend, and we were looking
That's what
around.
an acquaintance is.
Right. For people who don't know what it is, like it's not like as close as a friend, but it's like somebody that you know.
They might feel weird if I said acquaintance.
Right,
but
like you
that's-
wouldn't necessarily call them if you needed something, but if you were in a pinch, that's who you'd call. That's
Yeah.
really what the word means.
I'm adjacent
And
to them.
the fucking floor started fucking shaking, like literally shaking. Like this is, I swear to God. And I ran out, and we were like, well, at least we have this on video, and the camera died. So, like, that's a real thing that fucking happened. And
Take that.
Yeah. Take that. I mean, you know, who the fuck knows? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's fucking wild.
seriously though, and it was a fully charged camera, so
Well,
we're not.
the apps also record like the responses you get from the ghosts, like because you can ask them questions and you can record.
It's a
the
goddamn
session.
voicemail for the ghost.
Yeah, like you can
That's
use
wild.
a voice memo like
Mhm.
recording on your phone. And we've gotten some things on there, but then like you can ask them questions and it'll like pop up the words that they're answering, but it
Mhm.
like records the words and you can look back and be like, oh, on June 12th, the ghost said her name was Sarah and she said she was murdered or like something like
Really?
that. So.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's good. That's
Have
what
you got
wanna
anything
hear.
like that?
Yeah, was it
In your
the
house?
app or was it the Ouija board where it was like we were talking to a mom that said she like murdered her 2 children here or whatever.
Shit.
Oh my
That was-
God!
that
How
was one
old
of
is
the
this
apps.
fucking house?
And in this house, it was the dad that killed the
Was
kids.
it the dad?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. There are people died in this house.
Yeah.
According to the
Oh, that was
voicemail they left.
No,
is that
no,
right?
that's just
Or-
real life.
Yeah.
In real
How
life.
the fuck have we
But
recorded?
I didn't know that before we did that, so
Wait a minute.
the information we got.
Fuck no. No. How the fuck we been recording this whole time?
Yeah, in this
And-
creepy
and
goddamn
it-
basement.
Oh yeah.
No,
It's that room.
The murder happened upstairs.
Oh, and
But
by the way, a man killed his children here.
Oh, just one of them.
How the fuck? Just one of them.
Yeah,
Are
apparently.
you his fucking lawyer? Just one of them.
But yeah, we found whenever I was recording in there, we actually saw an anomaly in there. Which,
What does that mean? An anomaly? What's that mean?
It's
In
like you can
person or on the
see
phone?
like a speck of light, but it's not like reflected.
Like an orb?
It's like
Yeah.
an orb.
Okay.
Basically.
You saw it on the app or with the
I
naked
was
eye,
recording on the app,
right?
but I saw it with my eye, and then so I had to
God
go. Luckily,
damn
I was
it.
recording, so I had to go back and
The
I was
fuck
like,
are we doing
and that,
here?
that was also whenever we got. It wasn't like a voice, more of a. It was, I guess, more of a weird
More
breath.
of like a demon
Yeah.
growl.
Yeah.
More of
Yeah.
a demon growl.
a
yeah.
breath. What kind of?
Yeah,
a
it was
breath?
more of just like a.
Yeah, okay.
Get
Let's go
out.
back. So, when did you learn that a man murdered a child in this
Yeah,
house?
shit.
When
Is
did
that how you
learn
got such a
this?
deal on this fucking house, or
Is
what?
that, is that why?
100%.
Ding, ding, ding.
Seriously, so how long before you moved in did a guy murder a fucking child
didn't-
here?
They didn't tell me that. It was.
Why would you not want to know that?
It was a HUD house.
was
because
last weekend.
What the fuck's a HUD house?
The state.
It's like
the state
Section
owned
8
it.
kind of.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. It was probably my long ass sleeve.
Why did the state own it?
The state owned it because what happened was
See, what happened was
so husband went to prison for killing baby.
baby,
Yeah.
baby. Like, how old's the baby?
He kind of went gamer. I don't know that information, but
Why would you ask questions?
That is an important detail.
When you ask
the
questions,
guy apparently went Game of Thrones, right? Because one of they
showed
they,
his flaccid penis.
What,
they
he fucked a
had-
hot ass bitch or something?
they
What
had
happened?
He
twins.
banged his sister?
They had twins. One of the kids was like severely disabled,
Oh.
and he blamed the healthy kid for.
Wait, hold
you
on.
took all his
Again,
energy
hold
in
on,
the
wait a
womb.
minute.
I don't know. That's
You have 2 kids and you don't kill the retarded one?
That's that's what real estate agent Lori told me, and so he dashed a kid's head against the wall.
Oh my god!
And then he went to prison. Wife went to
The insane asylum.
Exactly. And so
What
house
happened to
up
the-
for grabs.
What happened to poor Igor, the child?
I have no idea.
He's still in the fucking attic eating fish heads out of a bucket.
The only one who's ever looked in this attic is Monica.
So you
maybe.
literally heard this story
Mm-hmm.
from the woman who sold you this house, and you said, "I got to get me some of that."
It knocked 25 grand off the house.
I hope the house was 26 grand. That's I don't that doesn't fuck with your head. I mean, it's somebody
How
who-
heavy into heroin were you when you bought
Yeah.
this house? There you go. Okay,
had to think about
that's
it.
all. If you had to
I would think
about
that you're
it.
either heavy into heroin. Who really dabbles in heroin? I mean, I know some people do, but I mean, I would imagine. Oh, I was having I was flirting with heroin at the time.
I don't think you really flirt with heroin.
Yeah.
Heroin sucks your dick off.
You
But
fuck that bitch every night until that bitch fuck you.
yeah, I don't know. So like
So you were high on heroin when you bought the house.
I think so, yeah. It was. I mean, it was. This was a long time ago. I bought the house 13 years ago.
Did you pay for the house with heroin?
No.
Oh
As-
shit! I forgot to convert that.
As somebody who believes in all these, like, you know, vibes and emotions and ghosts and all this stuff, did you believe in that shit then?
He's still skeptical now.
See, my wife doesn't believe in ghosts or any of that shit 100% at all, right? So if you're somebody like her who would see this house and go, you know what, whatever, it's still a fine house, okay. But if you're like me or Nick, I'm assuming, I don't know, you're wearing a cape, so that's why I'm believing it.
It's a robe.
But in my head, I'm like, at some point, I'm going to wake up and see the specter of a child. Like, that's going to happen. And I do enough drugs to where it would happen. I
We
mean,
see like shadow people every once in a while. Here.
You're not supposed to call them that.
No, like because Nicolas doesn't have.
I love, by the way, how flippantly she said, "Oh, we see shadow people."
Yeah, that
we
was.
She literally. I'm breaking down that last sentence you said. We see visitors from another dimension here all the time.
Yeah.
When you say, what do you mean you see shadow people?
Yeah,
Like,
that's gonna definitely need an elaboration.
Well, like. Okay,
are you sure
so
these aren't
Nicolas
amiibos
doesn't
in your
have
eye?
The best vision, but he does see like shadows a lot of the time. So like he'll randomly see like a person walk by, but
So he's your
there's-
sire into the next dimension.
No, well I've
We
seen.
hear a
I've
baby
seen-
screaming all the time.
That's the
And
thing.
then-
I've never heard a baby
And
scream.
suddenly being stopped for some reason.
No, but I've seen them too. Like I remember there was one night
No.
I couldn't fall asleep because I saw something in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
And I was like, then
What'd
I
you
was,
see in the bathroom?
It was a shadow it was like a person inside of the shower. I saw their face. But
What?
It was
No,
just,
you
Oh
fucking
my
didn't.
God.
No,
No,
you
I
fucking
did.
did. A
I
face.
yeah, but
Tell
I
me
couldn't-
this face. What the
I-
fuck did this face
it
look
was
like?
it was just the shadow. It was like the outline. So like I don't know if
You
they,
saw Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat.
I
Yeah.
got the
Was it like
Thank you,
was it like
thank
in the movie Ghost where it was literally just like shadows on the wall that move, or was it did it have
so
definition?
I know everyone
Yeah, with
loves
that
Patrick
Swayze deep
Swayze,
cut.
but I have not seen that movie.
Well,
Okay, well, but it's
what,
essentially
what do you masturbate to then? Honestly.
I actually don't masturbate, so.
Oh, Nick, look at my boy
Nick,
over
take
here.
care of that.
Look
Yeah.
at him. Look at him. My Nicky boy. Look at him.
I got my dildo right here.
Yeah. Oh,
Dildo, touch
motherfucker. Beautiful.
But yeah, no, and then, but, okay, so, like, all the roommates that live here, for the most part, are pretty, like, on the far-leaning side of skepticism.
Sure.
But the two brothers that live here, they have actually admitted to seeing something a couple times, because I brought it up to them. I'm like,
You're serious. They admit they
yeah,
saw. They said
and
they saw
'cause
stuff.
I remember once we both saw a mist above us
Oh
at
my!
the
Hold
table,
on.
and
Stop.
Dude, I'm gonna have
Wait.
to watch a lot of Family Guy to go to bed. I want to hit a reset button.
A mist?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You mean a mist?
Okay,
There's different
like-
Stephen King books in this house.
you know how you
Then
see
there was a fog.
in the movies, like
We were under a dome.
you see like the ghost, like the fog
Tracers?
part of it.
Yeah.
No,
No,
the
no, I
actual
know what you
ghost.
mean,
It's
yeah.
not quite the like thick white, but it's
Yeah.
The
like
outer
so
edges
we
of the
both
ghost.
happened to see it, and we were like, "Did you just fucking see that?" So then we were like, "Well, we should ask the other roommates like if they've seen anything." Like 'cause
Did
he had
it? Did
seen
it travel through the room?
No, we only saw it just like right above us. It lingered, and then it slowly just left. And it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like vape or anything, because we were both like, "Did you just vape?"
Yeah.
Like we were.
A
very
man had
confused.
just died
Right.
5 minutes earlier.
Maybe. But we asked them, and they were like, "Yeah, actually, like, we thought we saw some, like, but we didn't want to say anything, because like they don't believe." They were like, "Oh, well, it's probably because like one of them lives down here, and he's like, I thought I saw something a couple of times, but I was just like, oh, it's probably nothing."
What did he think
I'm
he
never
saw?
gonna come back in this
Just-
house.
Dude, this shit.
This is it.
This really does freak me out.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
know.
What did he think he saw?
also
Shadows?
saw shadow people, yeah.
Damn it!
But it was all separate occasions, so like none of us were like, "Hey, let's concoct a story and see if we can go with it."
That's so
And
fucked
once
up,
upstairs,
man.
we were sitting at the kitchen table. You've seen that door that's right behind it.
Yes.
So I'm stupid in this story. I'm gonna start with
Mosslander was here with
yeah,
us. We
the
were like,
door starts
Dames.
shaking, right? And so we assume John, the other roommate, he goes out there to smoke a lot. So I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
assumed it was him. So my stupid ass, I unlocked the door.
oh no.
Okay, and then
Come on in, ghost.
no one, no one comes in, but the rattling stops, and then we're like, wait, what the fuck? John should have been. So I open the door, because,
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously not a robber behind it. or
Good
anything.
evening.
Right.
I was wondering if I could stop by for a cup of a sugar.
there was a there was nothing there. And so we were like, but I looked and like in the time that we took to like open the door, if anyone would have ran away, we would have seen them darting. So it was like there was no person there. And then it happened again another time, and it was just he and I, and there was no one else around. And
my mom and dad are skeptics in that way too, but you know, they have stories where it's like, look, I don't know what the fuck this was, but this is all that I know. I grew up in a trailer. Shocking, I know. Go ahead. I'm glad you're sitting down for this. And that there's razor fucking thin walls, so you can hear everything on the outside. And there was a fence, this fucking chain link gate fence, whatever, and it had this swinging door. And my mom would always hear the goddamn door open and shut and open and shut. But it wasn't the wind that was doing it. It had a latch on it. Some person would have to be doing it. She would hear it. She would look outside. No one was ever there. She just got used to it. It was the joke. Oh, it's the ghostly fucking gate, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually, my dad tears it down, and we still heard it for years afterward. Yeah, I mean, like, just little shit like that, right? I mean, I don't know.
yeah.
Dude, I've believed
Is
in,
everybody hallucinating and hearing the same fucking thing, you know? Like,
I've believed in ghosts since I was like 18-ish, because like before I moved out of my mom's house, so much crazy shit was happening in that house that I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done here.
Like what?
Craziest night. This is kind of a long story. I'll try to abbreviate. Right. So
should make it not suck. Here we go.
all right.
Don't let us down.
Don't fuck us up.
My mom had moved to Vegas, right? And the only people that were living in the house at the time were me and my sister Wendy. Wendy was, she's 6 years older than me. She was a bartender, so she was out, till 3, 4 in the morning every night.
Yeah.
I was, underage, and I used to judge the Battle of the Bands at Pops, right? So I get back after a show. It's probably like 11, right? And I decide, okay, so you walk in the back door of the house and you're in the kitchen, right? If you walk straight, you're in my bedroom, and off the kitchen / dining room area is the stairs down to the basement, okay? It's late, but I was home alone, and it's the basement, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go downstairs and play drums, right? So you go downstairs, you go straight, you go walk around a wall to go back into the laundry room, and then you go back even farther to go in the storage area, right?
Into the real demon area.
Yeah, like
right.
that's where my drums were. And I'm playing drums, and I do whatever, and I look over my left shoulder, and I see that the rocking chair that was sitting right by the drum set is rocking its ass off. Right?
Fuck
It
you.
is rocking. But
Fuck you.
Do you think you were just rocking that hard?
I mean, I'm pretty good.
Devil had to come sit down a spell.
But so at this point, enough shit has been happening at this house. Like this is a culmination type night, and that I'm like, I see the rocking chair. It's 2 feet from me, but I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna. I put my hand on the rocking chair to stop it. Ice cold.
It's something.
Right?
What?
It's ice cold.
It's ice cold, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep on playing. So blah blah blah. Blah
How do you fucking see a ghost and go,
Dude.
that's chill.
dude?
That's
Trust me,
chill.
at this point, things had been going awry for
Like
a while.
what?
Just like again, like.
The cat started floating.
Other people were, hearing footsteps in the house. At one point, a picture frame fell off the wall and hit my singer in the head,
Oh my
which
God.
was because we were telling ghost stories. We used to get wings from Taco Lane, Granite City, every Wednesday. Used to
my
be
God.
great. It's not here anymore. And
R.I.P.
yeah,
It's
and,
a ghost.
we were talking about these stories because my
Yeah.
guitar player was talking about the footsteps he heard coming down the hallway, and my singer said, "Man, fuck this house," and got hit in the head with a picture frame. Right?
That really
Don't
happened.
talk about me like that.
He
Immediately.
said that, and he got hit in the head with a
yeah,
picture
it was
frame.
hilarious.
Holy fuck.
But so whatever. Like
Holy
I said,
fuck.
stuff had been happening,
Yeah.
and so I keep playing drums. I look back over my shoulder after I do a fill again, and I'm over here, and the rocking chair is rocking its ass off again. So I'm just like
On beat.
No, I don't.
They were a fan of drum fills, huh?
I was
Not a big Ringo guy,
Yeah.
I guess.
So I was like, all right, I'm fine. I put the drumsticks down. I start walking out of the basement. And like I said, it's storage room and laundry room.
I'm
right?
too nervous to hear the rest of this. I'm seriously. Go ahead.
I flick the lights off for that side of the basement. I go around the finished side of the basement, flick the lights off, right? I walk upstairs, And as soon as my feet hit the top step, every light that was upstairs that was on, my bedroom, the kitchen, dining room, all turn off. And all the lights downstairs turn right back on.
No.
God, no!
No! And at that point, I literally point down the stairs and go, fuck that. And I go in my room, and I'm home alone. And this is back in the day. This is AOL Instant Messenger days.
Good old days. Hell yeah.
So I get on AIM, and I'm talking to my buddy Davo, who he's the first person I ever Ouija'd with. And
Did it turn out Davo had been dead for 15 years?
Deado.
But I'm just talking to Davo, and I'm like, bro, I'm freaking out. I just need human contact, whatever. And so Davo's like, dude, I'm bringing my voice recorder over. I'll be there. And you know, he lived across town. So he's like, I'll be there in 5 to 10 minutes.
I drove for 3 hours. Just got here.
He comes over, and like the very first time we go downstairs, and we're just, you know, I'm nervous. I don't know what to say, you know, and he's just like, just whatever. And so the first question I ask, is there anyone down here besides me and Davo?
Hey.
And the first thing, it just goes, no one. And I'm
Whoa!
just, yeah, right? bro. So
Shit.
we the only other thing we got all night is digital cameras were a thing back then, and we're snapping pictures all over the house. We get nothing except right at the foot of my bed, there was a shadow figure, like just a full shadow outline at the foot of my bed. Like you can see the covers through it, but it's, head, shoulders, one
Knees and
arm
toes.
Weird.
separated from the body. But then
watch you sleep.
But then, he convinced me to go downstairs and do like a voice record on my own.
No.
Which, he stood at the top of the stairs the entire time. I didn't go any farther than the foot of the stairs because I was freaking out. And but I was downstairs for a minute tops because I was freaking out, right? Come back upstairs, listen to it, and it's like 5 minutes of just weird noises. Like sounds like you're in some sort of a weird vacuum. There's like
It's like Ronnie James Dio sounds.
yeah, just wind and
God.
weirdness. And it was like, well, that's fucked up. So the last time we go downstairs, the two of us were asking questions, and my mom was in Vegas, but it, still her house, and she collected antiques and stuff. And there was this trifold vanity mirror, and the thing just snapped shut while we were 10 feet away or
God
so.
damn it.
And we were
Was
like,
it on it was like just up on the wall?
oh yeah, it was like
Weird.
a cabinet of drawers with a trifold mirror on top of it.
Weird.
And yeah, just bang, and we're like, we're good. We are done. And he's like, I'm going home. And
What
I
was
was
the
like,
story behind that house?
I have no idea. With that house, I don't know of
It was on
anything.
Indian burial ground.
Dude, I don't know anything spooky.
They didn't move the bodies.
Yeah. They built around the Indians.
Yeah, it's just across town, so I don't think anything. I don't think it's an Indian burial ground, but I mean, honestly, at that house, shit had been happening. But it's also one of those. I have 5 siblings, and then mom and dad. Well, dad lived there for a lot of my early years anyway. So it's like anything that would have happened in that house whenever I was younger, you could just be like, oh, that's any number of my siblings, But then that night is like, once everybody started moving out and shit started happening, I'm just like, oh, okay, I believe in this.
That's got to
Hard.
be so freaky,
Weird.
too, because, you're going to have more... You're going to be braver if more people are in the house, right? Like, if there's 50 people in the house, you can probably see a goddamn ghost and be like, okay, this is crazy, but whatever. I'm not saying whatever, you know what I mean? If you're by your fucking self...
Yeah, where it's not the communal
Exactly, right.
experience. Yeah.
That is, I mean, seriously, if I were... anybody, even the most goddamn moldery of... Not moldery, the scully of scully people, right? If you see a goddamn, mirror shoot off the wall... I'm gonna shit myself. I'm gonna shit intestines out of my butthole. I'm trying to be as graphic as I can. You understand? All of them.
Just trying to get Josh to shut it down again.
Yeah. It's coming.
But yeah, I don't know. That house, definitely a lot of shit happened there. So I don't know. I guess it is kind of weird that I'm so skeptical about everything else.
Yeah,
Did that draw you to becoming Wicca? Did that draw you to becoming Wicca?
No, the Wicca thing, really, it seemed like it already kind of...
The next logical step of my life.
Whenever we read about it, I was like, this does seem to sync up with a lot of my core values, minus any, like, God figure. I mean, there are people, you can pick a deity if you want.
Is there God? Yeah, is there God?
Of any myriad of them, but... Honestly,
you can pick a deity.
Yeah, some
It's
people,
the same. Catholicism's the same way. They pray to random fucking.
Yeah, but like there's a hierarchy of deities in Catholicism. I mean, like in Wicca, can you like just pick a god?
I think so. I mean, again, this is all just shit that I've read, but there's any number of deities, and if you want one to be like your patron, you can pick that one and do like specific spells specifically too. So I was thinking about that earlier today too, thinking about shit we were going to say on this podcast.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Hinduism does that. Hinduism,
yeah, they got a bajillion,
hundreds
fucking,
of thousands of versions of Christian. Like even they got it figured out because even if you're like Catholic or Christian, technically you're Hindu.
Still be Hindu.
Yeah, it's a form. Jesus is just a form of Krishna.
Yeah, grandfathered
Vishnu.
into all that
Yeah.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's lighten it up and do a goddamn spell that's good for us.
All right.
Okay. I have to remember if it's
Because
upstairs.
now I'm looking for the goddamn shadow people under the goddamn doors. I keep side eyeing, be like,
Usually in here.
all right, yeah, that's where I'm
I
looking.
love they're usually in here.
Dude. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pee real quick.
Oh, we're done recording? Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, we're still recording.
I'll tell you a story then.
I'll just mark this.
This
in case I
one,
need to.
this one isn't too crazy, but again, I try to pay attention to this stuff, and so I was down there. I was in that room working out one day, and headphones on, and I was just listening to at the time it was a new Coheed and Cambria album, right? And it's like right as a new song is coming on, I was about to lay down and get all and right at the beginning of the song, in my head, it sounded like it was in my headphones. I just heard a really loud "Hey!" but the album was new to me, so I didn't know if it was the song. So I went back and I started the song all over again, and it wasn't there. And then it's just one of those things where it's like, did I make that up? Yeah. Or am I insane? That's one of the I don't know. Like I have these stories, and I don't share them often because people look at you like you're a fucking loon ball. Yeah. But we had one where one of the bands I was in whenever I was around, I think this is before I moved out of my mom's house. So I was 17 or 18, and we were recording in a studio in Wood River, Illinois. And the dude who ran the studio, his name was Scott. Fuck, I can't remember his last name. He was the old lead singer of a band called Eli Stone from around here that got fairly big, right? And he was really big into, he recently discovered he had Blackfoot Indian, like a very large percentage of Blackfoot Indian. He was really into it and really learning the history of that. And in conjunction, he had been getting a bunch of reports that his studio was haunted, right? And we're recording one day, and so in the control room was Scott running the board, myself, because I played bass, and our singer. And in the main room of the studio, the drummer was playing, and the guitar player was in another room just giving him like a scratch track to play along to, right? And so we were like a prog metal band, so kind of complicated shit. And our drummer, Steve, bless his heart, just kept fucking up, right? And so we're in this song, and it's, prog metal, so it's like a 6-7 minute song, and he's nailing it. He's fucking nailing it. We've been playing, or just sitting there essentially for hours while he was working on this song, and all of a sudden Nick stops playing guitar, right? And we're all like, what the fuck? Scott's checking wires. And then Steve stops playing drums. Same thing. Scott's checking wires, like, what the fuck just happened? Why? And then both Nick and Steve, the drummer, run into the room, into the control room, and everybody's just staring at me, right? And I'm like, I have no clue why these people are I'm mad at Steve for stopping playing drums, and they're staring at me in some sort of anger or horror. I didn't know what I did. And everybody in the room except me said, like, Nick, who was in the other room, said he saw a mist go through the room where he was playing guitar. Steve stopped playing drums for the exact same reason. He saw a mist just shimmy all the way across the room he was in playing drums. And then whenever they bust in the control room, they all said that this whatever shadow figure was just standing over me. Oh my God. Yeah. Jesus. And I'm just like, great. This is just great. Fucking Ghosty only singles me out.
So shadow figure was standing over.
Mm-hmm. We can edit all this out. It's fine. That one's gonna make me sound too crazy.
I'm leaving it. I liked it.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
You should talk in the goddamn microphone.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if we're gonna be fucking still doing it.
Yeah, we're doing a spell. This is the first laugh spell.
You
Prosperity and listenership.
You have to brand the spell.
Listenership.
Hell yeah, it's badass.
Is it really 1 in the morning?
Yeah.
It's 12:45. Yeah,
You guys are some chatty bitches.
it's almost the witching hour.
What is the
I
witching
think- I
hour?
think it's
Every
3.
hour is
Isn't
the
it 3?
witching hour.
That's right.
You're a witch.
Damn right.
Could you have said that creepier? I don't know.
Every hour is a witching hour.
You just think I'm a creepy person. I think that's on you.
Oh.
So you've
All right,
got
so what we got here?
the shaving kit here.
No, I made us little to-go witch bags on our last trip.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
bad fucking ass. Hell yeah.
Witchcraft bags.
That's killer. to go witch bags. Is that a coaster for you to put your?
No, it's a pentacle.
Oh, okay.
so.
Pentacle, sweet.
That's one of the good ones.
Yeah, don't put your glass on that.
Not unless you want it absorbed into the 4th dimension.
Maybe I do. What's these
Little shooters?
Tiny little little
They're
shooters.
candle holders.
Okay.
Should we turn off the fans?
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, sure.
I just don't want to light.
Sorry.
I don't want to light our little tapestry on fire.
Yeah, we haven't even got to hang it yet.
We haven't even got to summon the devil yet.
No devils.
I still brought the Ouija board down. I have a demon attached to me, so we can talk to that probably.
Yeah, this fucking nerd.
How do you have a demon attached to you?
I don't know. It just happened.
It just happened.
So we were.
Yeah,
don't know,
it
it
just
just
happened.
I have a feeling this podcast is going to make us come up in a very bad light.
No, I like it. I
We
think
were
it's
in,
good. I think it
we were
grounds.
in-
Say the
Myth-
newspaper headlines. Nick says demon attached to it.
They did a listenership spell.
Yeah, no, we were in Memphis and we were gonna go do some karaoke, but someone drugged us. So instead, we went back to the hotel, and we had just bought a pendulum board, and I was having an anxiety attack because, like I mentioned, I don't do drugs. I don't like when my body.
And you just
feels
got
weird.
drugged? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was freaking out. So I made Nicolas sing me lullabies while I was taking a shower, and then I was like, "Hey, let's do a swinging pendulum board," and then we were using it, which is just like. You hold like a pendulum above the board and you can ask it like yes or no questions, and then there's depending on the kind you get, it could be like maybe or like an exact answer.
Yeah, you showed me that. It was like a plumb bob.
Yeah, and yeah, it was like, you know, told us I had a demon attached to me, which makes sense if you've met me.
She has very bad luck.
But we were talking upstairs with something on the Ouija board, and
She
it said-
snores in Latin.
Hey, what? Oh no, we totally forgot that time I got possessed. How do we not tell them that?
What the fudge?
Okay, so we were laying in bed. This was like what, 3 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
I had forgot the story.
How in the fuck do you forget that
okay,
you were
so
possessed?
it happened twice before I decided to sage the whole house and myself.
I don't
But-
forget like the time I got stung by a hornet. How the fuck are you like forgetting the
No,
time
I
you were
did.
possessed?
So we were sleeping, and at the time he did have high cholesterol. This is pertinent to the story. It was he was taking
Yeah.
cholesterol pills and stuff, and I was sleeping. He was also sleeping, but I woke up because he was yelling, "I'm having a heart attack." And I thought it was like really having a heart attack, but it turns out I had sat up like this, like levitated halfway, like holding my body up, but I'm still dead asleep. And I started drawing symbols on his chest.
What?
And he said I was making a noise, but I don't know because he said, do the noise. He said it sounded like...
Should we not do this?
But yeah, that happened.
You wanted to open this door.
And I was like drawing on his chest, and he said the reason that he woke up is because it felt like his chest was on fire, and he woke up to me doing that, and I woke up after like sitting straight up weird and him yelling, and I was freaking out. And then the second time, same thing happened, and I was like, we should probably sage some shit.
Second time, how far? Like how long did it take? I love how you had to be possessed twice to take
Yeah.
measures.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a
I was
friggin-
like, gotta make sure it's real, you know.
You had to put a fucking deadbolt on your spiritual door.
Dude, I like that your thing has 69 on it.
What?
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
what is it?
Your tapestry.
Yeah, bro, your tapestry, man.
Does
it?
Just a bunch of
No,
dudes
it's
and
the,
chicks sucking each other off. It's pretty sweet.
We bought the
It's
wrong
the
tab-
astrological sign for.
Is it?
Yeah, for getting it on.
Is it the twins?
For sucking each other's peckers.
What is it? Cancer? Is Cancer the twins? Sagittarius?
Yeah, I think it's Cancer.
They do it too, bro.
Okay.
So,
What kind of spell do you guys want to do?
Let's do something positive.
yeah, let's not have a demon.
Yeah. What do you got? You got like a menu?
I'll take a number 2, please. No onions.
We could do like a love spell, a luck spell.
Let's do a luck spell.
Okay.
Now, I will say in advance, this is, I mean, it's probably not, I don't know if this is going to be the best for listenership because part of it is you got to shut the fuck up.
All right, fuck
And-
it. We
and-
got-
I mean, we could do a mini spell sesh though. We don't have to do it.
Yeah.
If it winds up being boring audio, I can cut it and just make that part a clip. So that'd be fine.
Whatever gets the air conditioners on in here quicker. I'm melting.
Yeah, let's do a cool spell.
I'm melting as I sit in this chair.
melting in this cape.
Melting.
Yeah, I'm wearing a robe, bro. With bell sleeves.
Yeah, Numbnuts is wearing
But
a
you've
fucking
already
cape
like
here.
dealt with like demons and shit before, though. You're used to this shit.
Yeah, he's new.
Look at, she just keeps on pouring shit, like pulling shit out of the bag. Holy water and a candle holder and a handgun.
She
and
makes
a-
me feel. She makes me feel better about how long it took me to set all this fucking equipment
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Okay, so explain what we got here.
So whenever I mean, obviously everything depends on the kind of witchcraft you're doing and stuff. We do
Alright.
good spells, so we just
I'm more
do,
of a sorcerer man.
we do one of each representation of, so like fire, water,
Okay.
wind.
So you need one physical representation of each of those things?
Yeah, and it could, there's not like a specific thing. We have been just using rocks for earth, basically. And then they say like using holy water either on your candles or as your water is good because it makes sure that you're not doing anything bad.
Okay.
I've seen this movie. This is where the Nazi ages like 500 years really quickly, right?
It was the shitty. It was the shitty looking cup, not the fancy ones.
Yeah, because he was a cop and
All right, there's some
Did you
candles.
guys watch The Craft in 1996?
Or Carrie.
yeah, I've seen both of those actually. The Craft.
I think I've only seen the new Carrie.
There's a new Carrie?
Yeah.
There's a new Carrie like
Rage
5
Carrie
years
2.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5
Oh,
years
the
ago.
new. Okay, the remake. Yeah.
With
Okay.
Jugs Mahoney.
Who's Jugs Mom?
I don't know. I don't even know who's in it.
Just making shit up. You know, the chick with the titties. Story checks out.
It was the chick with the titties.
All right, green. Okay.
Wasn't Kathy Bates in it?
Norman Bates.
Yeah. Okay, she's placing the candles in the candle holders. And we have a fucking knife over there.
You guys
Is it
are
a
watching
fucking
history.
knife?
This
We
is
have
the first time.
athames. I didn't know if we would need those.
What is it?
Our athames. It was just
What is
in
that?
my witch stuff. So.
What's an affamy?
I mean, it's a knife, but you use it for like different things. Like he was saying, to make the circle, you would use it.
Like when you carve into your hand to get blood from yourself
Yeah.
to.
I actually
Nice.
did that. He was too much of a pussy. He couldn't draw blood.
Why
so
were
I
you
did
too
it for
much of a
both
fucking
us.
pussy?
I have thick skin.
Oh, okay.
I have thin
From the
skin
years
and
of
a
heroin
medium.
abuse.
I can't believe you didn't fucking cut your goddamn hand open.
Here's the
to
thing.
spill blood.
I kept trying, and I was like, man, this really hurts. And she's anemic, and she bleeds if you sneeze on her.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like,
No, I just get really mad if you sneeze them. That's just crazy.
Okay, now we're crushing up some
Bay leaves.
bay leaves. Okay. Oh.
Got some extra virgin olive oil. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which comes in handy.
I feel like we're getting ready to have some bomb-ass Korean
Some good
barbecue.
clean fun.
She's going to fry an egg on top of it.
I feel like something's just gonna ignite. She's like just dabbing shit in it, and it's just
really.
kicking out different color flames.
I hope so. This is fun.
Do you want to?
Hell yeah.
And then Kyle can crush some.
Fuck yeah, man. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That's just relaxing.
Smells good as fuck. What is
Yeah.
it?
It's bay leaves, olive oil, and sandalwood, because sandalwood is good for luck.
This is where we fucking get drugged by these two.
I don't do drugs. I just give them to people unknowingly.
Right about now, you can feel the poison coursing through your bodies, huh, boys?
You ready to ascend?
Yeah. See, we brought you down here for a sacrifice, but we weren't the ones sacrificing.
We want to eat grapes with Hades.
I get it. It doesn't.
Smells fucking good. I like it.
Yeah.
Do you have the incense?
Yeah, I'm.
Nice.
I got
Alright,
the
Kyle, your
dragon
turn.
blood one.
All right, use 2 hands.
God damn it. I'm too tired.
We know you're weak.
I am weak.
You had one thing to do today.
I did it. And I
No,
knocked
you
it out of the
forgot
park.
it. You forgot the SD card.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
You dumb twat.
God,
It
it
smells
smells
fucking good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What is in this again? Bay leaves,
Sandalwood
sandalwood, olive oil.
and olive oil. Yes.
Wow, I like this. I can just do this for a minute. This is like the best part of summoning the devil.
This is a good luck charm.
It smells so
Good luck spell.
Oh yeah. You guys want a Ouija after this?
It's 2. Probably not.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
let's. This will be a positive note to end on after all the super negative fucking
Now-
demon shit.
What do you want luck for?
Yeah, you have to focus on.
Podcast retention.
Okay, so I would
Podcast retention.
I would assume that means you're bringing energy to you.
High
Right?
click-through rates.
All right.
You guys
Okay.
too?
So here's the thing. So what we need to do is one of the things, like whenever you take the mixture you guys were just fucking with,
Yeah.
essentially whenever you have to dress the candle. So you're gonna get your fingers in that stuff,
Okay.
and you're gonna put it all over the candle. But if you're drawing energy to yourself, you start at the top of the candle and you work it down. If you ever want to do it,
You gotta jack off
Head
the
to base.
candle.
Head to base.
if you ever like that's, we haven't done any curses or spells for other folks yet, but if you want to send energy out, it's the exact opposite,
Okay.
essentially.
Good to know.
I don't want to send shit out. I want everything myself. Give it to me.
Yeah, we're greedy.
I ain't giving nothing to nobody, Nate. I earn this energy.
First Lap Podcast need to blow up.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I'm sick of working retail.
Bingo. I'm sick of, I'm pretty unemployed, but at some
I was
point,
gonna say you haven't had a job in over a year.
best thing ever. Just
Every time I'm on this podcast, I talk about the weirdest shit.
I love it, dude.
So
Rocks.
your 28 listeners are gonna be very alarmed if they ever see me in public.
It's all right.
28, so it's been growing. Oh, here we go. We got the grill lighter.
I didn't know where any of the other
Got
lighters
the
were.
holy
Yeah.
grill lighter here.
Yeah, I think the first time we talked about being blind. The second time we talked about heroin. Yeah, and now we're on to wizardry.
Oh, honestly, not to be a dick, I kind of forgot about the first time. We mostly just talked to comedy that time, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, fuck. So why are you only lighting 2?
Because you guys still have to dress the other ones.
Oh, okay.
I want to undress it. Hell yeah.
Goes against my instincts. Okay. We have the scary
Hey, this is my favorite placemat.
Halloween placemat.
I reused it for our witch stuff. So that
Dude, my favorite thing was that one of your spices was in like the normal spice thing that I bought at the store. That's hilarious.
It was McCormick.
Well, we couldn't find the bay leaves anywhere, so we had to get that at first.
That's cool. I like that it also has a practical application in witchcraft. It's badass.
Okay, so you have to dress those like Nicolas was
So
saying.
does that mean get my finger down in the bowl here?
All right, so we get it on there, and then we lube it up, and then we light it.
And then you light it, and then you focus on it.
Isn't that shit flammable?
Yeah.
It doesn't do what you think it will.
If you die, you die.
Do you want to address this one?
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
So
All right, so if it's us, we start head to base.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna move that right there if that's all right.
Yeah, you're good.
You knocked over your candle.
Am
Watch
I-
out, 'cause
am
there's
I-
open flames in front of
am
you.
I putting it on the wick again? Is that what we said? Or no wick? Wick
No
or
wick.
no? Oh shit. Okay.
It's okay if it gets.
Oh, you
hot.
don't do the wick?
No wick.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
All right. So I did that. Okay.
And were you focused on what you want your luck to be?
No, it wasn't. I'm gonna do it
Do it
again.
again, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Focusing. It's a very smooth. Okay. Here we go. All right. I focused on it.
This better not be one of the ones where we get what we asked for, but then there's
Like a
there's
monkey paw.
stakes that come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That's the
chaos
devil. Yeah.
Yeah. I make it in comedy, but like my family dies.
Rosalind's fucking dead.
Yeah. All the darkness is what propels me to the top.
Yeah.
But you have no one to share it with, Mr. Fields.
I read about those chaos spells. Is like essentially you make your own rune, right? And then you either jizz on it or bleed on it, and then light it on
I know
fire.
which
Wait, what's
one
a
I'd
rune?
pick.
What you
Okay,
what?
so let's say if you're doing a luck spell,
Okay.
but it's a chaos spell,
Mm-hmm.
right? You just basically you take out all vowels and you just use the consonants. If there's more,
Whoa.
but if it's a consonant, if it's a word that has like a K in it, more
Okay.
than one, you only use one K, right? So, but with
Not
luck,
a couple more.
You just take the L, C, and K, and you just however you want. You can make your own and just put the letters together.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And then just
To make your own spell? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and just light it on fire. But the only person I know who has done those all willy nilly,
The
did
devil.
not like it.
Why?
Didn't like the end result?
Yeah, just because
Are I
like
doing the leaves too?
You can. Yeah. You just the whole thing. Just rub it on there.
Okay. Trying to think heavy before I start.
They're
Trying to
making
take
this
it
up
as
as
seriously
they
as
go.
possible.
They're just making this up.
it's exactly what you were just talking about though. Like this person is a comedian. I don't know if he wants his name said in this one, but
Say it.
his
Every comedian wants his name said as much as
Yeah,
possible.
exactly. I can bleep it.
Beep!
again, he so like
Now I gotta bleep you saying again too because you mentioned him earlier.
Tommy into David Bowie, and David Bowie was a practitioner himself.
No.
He got into as in just
He fucked David Bowie.
Yeah.
That's what he means.
He just really started. He listened to David Bowie a lot a couple of years ago, and he did a spell because he really wanted to make it to the finals at the Funny Bone.
Oh my
Are you
god.
shitting me?
Yeah.
What a
He did, though.
nerd.
Of
He
all
did.
the things to ask the devil for,
He did, but also he
I want to spot at Donnie B's.
No, I don't want it to be paid. I'll do it for the art.
So it worked, and he made it to the finals. Did he? Did he win?
no.
Yeah, the trick is managing expectations. Okay, all right. My candle's all. What's this called that we're doing with the candle right now? Besides jacking it off.
Dressing it.
All right, we're dressing the candle. All right.
So I dressed mine. So can I use?
Dress mine. Did you think about what you want?
Yes, I thought
Okay.
about it. I thought long and hard about it. Do I got to put the wick up now? There we go. Of course, I got the flaccid wick. Shit.
Don't light that goddamn microphone on fire.
Well, fuck you. I might. You tell me what to do. I'll light something on fire. Shit. I'm gonna light something on fire.
Do we need a chant or anything?
No chanting.
The devil, my
You
God.
technically, some people do like
Kali
chants
Ma.
out loud. We just don't because I think it's better to like focus.
Kali Ma.
Yeah, since we did shoot today.
Jello pudding
Yeah,
pops.
since every spell we've done so far, we've done together. I think, unless she's going all willy nilly on me.
She's going rogue. She's going
But,
Palin.
Oh, shit. Here we go, bro.
Yeah, like, dude, I even for just daily thinking and stuff.
For my
I-
daily spells.
Well, not daily spells, but just like again, just kind of like almost like a mantra. I did write myself like a Wiccan prayer type
Okay.
thing that I do.
Is it one that you're not allowed to say to anyone else?
It's pretty lame, so
It's hack.
I ripped off a couple other famous spells.
This is definitely going to be the video that you use to promote this episode. Us in a cape with the candles and shit and the incense.
Yeah.
All right, No, you guys just have to focus. Normally they say like at least 30 minutes, but we don't have to do it.
Yeah, we're doing the abridged version.
Yeah.
I will pass out in 5 minutes. Easy. Okay. Focus. Like, do you say a mantra or something, or like do you?
Yeah, you can in your head.
In your head.
Or you could say it out
That's
loud.
like my parents when they play the quiet game. Oh, you lost, Kyle. You lost again. Okay. I feel like there should be something like a little bit more evil here, like a.
We're doing a good spell. We're not
Okay,
fucking.
I'm sorry.
We're not channeling demons right now.
Oh, fuck. Look, Josh is all freaked out now after all that fucking
I
devil
brought my
talk.
car sage down so I
Oh,
can
hell
sage
yeah.
you before you leave.
Let's do it.
Oh fuck yeah! What does that do?
This?
Yeah, the car sage. What is it called?
Oh,
car
I just keep it in my car. usually.
It's my to-go pack.
protect you from any demons on the go. Nice, I like it.
After I was possessed, I cleaned, like I did it with my car too. So.
Yeah, guess where she stores it?
Why do you think you were possessed? Like, I mean, like we talked about the story, but I mean, why do you think that it happened?
I mean, like, so every time I've gone to like a psychic or met someone that has like that form of like medium sense, you know, they always tell me that I have very vulnerable energy and that if I channeled it more, like I would actually be able to, like,
You're Jean Grey.
yeah, sure.
The Phoenix.
Yeah. No, but like, I don't know, because like we say whenever we go ghost hunting and stuff, usually I'm more, like my empathy, I guess, is a lot bigger than Nicolas's. So like I can always feel like where the negative energy is or like where there are spirits and stuff. Like I'm like, oh, I got a weird feeling in this room, and then we'll go in there and we could like talk to them and stuff.
Fuck, man. That's fucking wild. You're like the chick in Judge Dredd, the gritty reboot. I know you didn't see it, but if you did, you'd get the
Yeah,
reference.
just like that.
Well, she's like an empath, and she follows Dredd around, and she like can sense shit.
You could just say Jennifer Love Hewitt again.
The
Ghost
Jennifer
Whisperer.
Love You.
Yeah,
the
we already
Ghost
had a
Whisperer.
reference down.
Yeah, but you know, it's hack at this point. I like this.
Party of Five. Jennifer Love Hewitt. You know?
I like the incense smell.
Yeah, it smells good.
Dragon blood.
Don't ask her how she got it.
Harvested from Game of Thrones.
You look like a great value Elvis right now.
You talking to Kyle?
Yeah.
Great value. Malto meal at least.
It's like the white Count Chocula,
The white count. Is he black?
which I just determined they don't make Count Chocula anymore.
What?
What?
Right?
Did you hear this?
I found it out at the grocery store.
fucking bullshit
Looking for
you
Count
talking
Chocula.
Looking for How high were you? Is there any Count Chocula?
That's the second best cereal.
They
Count
only
Chocula fucking ruled.
they only make it like in September and October, like Halloween time. They
That's
don't-
not accurate.
That is accurate.
I used
Look
to eat
it
that
up.
shit year round.
Yeah, yeah, they did, and then a few years back, they took it away and made it seasonal. Fuck you!
Are
I'll
you
kill
shitting me?
I'm not shitting you. God damn it! I fucking, I mean, when they brought them all back, I bought all flavors, and I fucking analyzed them.
Soon after I discovered that it wasn't there, and then I saw the canceled sketch on SNL, and then Count Chocula was in it. And I'm like, was he canceled?
Did they get him? They got my boy. Count Chocula's bound to have a lot of skeletons in his closet. A lot of fucking like KKK fucking festivals and shit in college.
I raped my way through the
Whatever-
1600s.
Whenever you said you analyzed Count Chocula,
Well, so the monster cereals, what a lot of people don't realize is that even though we settled into the, Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Frankenberry trifecta, they also had a couple different flavors along the way. They had Fruit Brute, which was one that was around in the 80s, and that's one of my personal favorites. There's also Yummy Mummy, which was only around for a short period of time, but they brought them back, and I tried them all out. I did it blindfolded. I wanted it to be as pure as it could be, and I formed my own opinions. That's what you should do in life.
I don't know what any of those fucking sentences were.
Talking about the
What
goddamn
the fuck
fruit.
are you
Talking about
talking
the
about?
goddamn Fruit Brute and the chocolate Count Chocula, the goddamn monster cereals.
he's talking about purity in cereal.
Yeah, you're shooting your goddamn mouth over there, pretending like you know about your goddamn monster cereals. Here I'm
I
trying
do.
to tell you about them, and
I did my own goddamn experiments.
I did.
This is nonsense. Of this whole goddamn podcast, this is the nonsense that we land
Out
on.
of everything.
The spell's badass. It's just making it hot as fuck down here.
I'm
So,
going-
gents and lady, let's land this plane.
Which one's mine?
The
Oh,
green
oh,
one.
do we have to put them out?
You
Do we have
could
to
just
put
blow
out
them
our
all
own
out,
to
yeah.
finish it?
It's not my birthday.
Just put them all out.
Have at it, Kyle. Happy birthday to you.
Shakalaka.
Wait, do I gotta put mine out?
Yeah, we're gonna let the drunk guy blow out all the goddamn
all of them.
candles.
All of them?
Yeah, just go ahead and spit on the table, bro.
There we go. What that?
All right,
Didn't even
podcast
go.
prosperity. Here we come. So you got? Do you guys? Well, looks like we learned a lot about being Wicca. What you guys have any final words?
Come to my show in Festus on June 25th or my show in Piedmont, Missouri on June 26th.
All right.
doing
Well,
30
this
minutes
will
of
come out after I think both of those.
Great.
Never mind.
We heard they were great shows.
You really rocked it,
Yeah.
I can't get my robe off.
Monica. Any final words?
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
That's chill. All right. Well, thanks for showing us how to do a spell and giving us insights into the Wicca religion. I guess is how you phrase it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rock on. Thanks, guys. Good night, Street Kings.
This has been a Walter Freeman production. Meow, meow, motherfucker.